Good morning everyone, happy Monday and welcome to another vlog. I can't take myself seriously with these eye patches on, but it is Monday morning and it is going to be the start of a very busy but very productive week. I was looking at my YouTube channel the other day and I realized I haven't posted a video in like a month. So it's been a hot minute. October and the first half of November has just been crazy busy, so I will catch you guys up to speed and give you all the updates later on, but for now I have to get ready and head out for my morning class. I'm gonna do my morning routine. I already started. As you can see, I've got the eye patches on, but I need to have breakfast, get dressed, and head out. It's also snowy now outside, so I need to plan like a good 15 minutes to take the snow and frost off of my car. Let's get into it. Good morning. As you can see, I am back in the comfort of my own home. I had class this morning, but I just got back a little bit ago, had some leftovers for lunch, and have just been unwinding a little bit, but I thought I would formally and properly introduce this vlog because I was kind of in a rush this morning. I have a lot of catching up I need to do, both in terms of uni work and then also catching up on editing and campaigns and work and all of that. And I also feel like I have a lot of things I need to be updating you on, so it's probably going to be a chatty video as well. I haven't posted a video in a month and I've kind of taken that month off of filming as well, not just editing and posting, so it feels good to like be sitting down and talking to the camera again. I honestly was missing it a lot, but this past month was just crazy in terms of schoolwork. In case you're new here, I'm in film school. It's currently my third year in a film production program, and we were just shooting all of the short films that were selected for the school year. So basically 3 out of the previous 4 weekends I was on set from as early as 7 in the morning to as late as 8 p.m. and that was like from Friday to Sunday, pretty much back-to-back weekends. So it's been pretty hectic, and I feel like amidst all of that it was hard for me to find time to like film videos, let alone to recharge my personal battery and, you know, stay on top of my other classes. But it's been really fun, and I was gonna film like behind the scene video. I actually have a film school vlog from last, or I guess it's from this year, but last school year. I think I posted around March, I want to say, maybe February, and I wanted to make another video like that, kind of bringing you behind the scenes of what it's like being on a student short film set. But it was just so busy and hectic that I didn't even have time to pick up the camera like once. But that's now all behind me, and now we're gonna be later on in the next few months moving on to post-production and editing the short films. But luckily, I kind of have time to take a breath in between. So yeah, that's honestly what I've been up to for the most part. I also still have some videos filmed, I think back in October, that I have yet to sit down and edit. So I'm gonna hopefully get to doing that sometime this week, because my goal is just really to get caught up and really catch up to speed before December hits, because I have so many fun uploads and fun things planned for December. As you can guess, this is kind of my catch-up week. This morning I had my acting and directing class, and all of my classes last 4 hours. That's just the way classes are structured in the program, I guess, for film. So I definitely felt pretty drained when I came back, especially because I had my evaluation this morning and it was kind of my last assignment, quote unquote, for that class, which does feel really good. I'm happy to be able to check off a class from, I guess, my semester list. Like, I've handed all of the deadlines that I have to hand in for that course, but basically our final evaluation was that these 2 professional actors came into the class and we had to rehearse a scene with them and like prepare ahead of time. We had to submit like proof of how we prepared and then just kind of run the rehearsal, which was definitely very nerve-wracking, and I was the first student to go and like present, so I think that didn't help my case, but luckily the teacher is like very lenient and super friendly and just wants us to learn. So anyways, I honestly feel like I blacked out during that exercise, because obviously even though I've like spent the whole semester taking that class and learning about like the toolkit for how to direct actors, it's one thing to learn about it and it's another thing to actually put that into practice in front of the entire class. But again, I'm just glad that's over with and I can turn the page and focus on my other classes. The plan for this afternoon is for me to catch up on work. I have my marketing term project that's due for next Tuesday, so basically in pretty much a week. I think I mentioned this already in like one of my earlier vlogs from the semester, but I decided to take intro to marketing as like an elective just to switch up my classes a little bit, because I've pretty much only taken film related classes so far in my degree. And believe it or not, my degree is soon coming to an end. I only have next semester in the winter time and then next fall, but I'm hoping I can study abroad next fall, which is a whole nother thing I need to get into later on. But yeah, I wanted to just take a different elective, so I have that term project and a final exam in that class, and then other than that, I have one last version of my script to hand in for my screenwriting course that's due on Thursday, but besides those deadlines, I am going to be done for the semester, so it's definitely going to come really fast. Like I only have 2 weeks left of classes and then I have an exam in a little over 2 weeks, but that's why, once again, I want to just catch up on everything as much as possible in these next few days. Anyways, I guess those are all of my school related updates. Also, you might have noticed that my bed is now in a different part of my room. If you've watched my previous videos, you might know that my bed has been in the corner of my room against the wall for like over a year now. I can't remember whenever I moved it, but I had this impulse last week to move it back to the center of my room, and I just honestly I wanted to see if it would fit between that shelf and this little storage bedside table situation, and it does fit. I don't think you can see, but I have these drawers underneath my bed for storing clothes and whatnot, and obviously having it pressed against the wall in the corner meant that I lost an entire side of storage space. So now my bed being in the middle, I don't know, it just is something new I'm trying. And then another update for my room is that I also changed the ceiling light that's up above my bed. It's been broken for like such a long time. It was just like a light bulb hanging from the ceiling for months, and then earlier, or actually over the weekend, I went to IKEA with my mom and picked out a new lamp, and it was long overdue, but it feels nice now to look up at my ceiling and to see an actual lighting fixture and not just a light bulb hanging from the ceiling. So honestly, I feel like it's nice sometimes to just like switch up a few things in my room. I also want to change this whole frame and decor situation just to switch things up. I'll do that probably later this week, but I'm excited. Hello friends, I am coming in and slightly interrupting the flow of today's video to talk to you about today's lovely sponsor, which is Desenio. As you know, obviously I'm talking about room updates. I'm trying to revamp my space a little bit and just make it more my own. And they have such a huge selection of different posters, prints, and frames that you can pick from. I spent a while on their website just curating my own selection and pairing together different pieces that I thought not only spoke to me, but also looked good and cohesive to make a little gallery wall. So anyways, I'm gonna get to work on putting together my brand new gallery wall, and in the process I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about the different prints that I picked out. I've also asked my dad to help me with all this, so don't worry, I'm not completely on my own. Alright everyone, here is the gallery wall all complete. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I love how all the posters and prints fit together. All of these prints and posters to me kind of give out a peaceful, kind of calm, serene vibe, which is what I wanted for my room because I want this to be a peaceful, cozy, and clean space. And I feel like looking at these, I'm already at peace, and they all have water. Like this one, for example, has a little boat sailing off into the distance. Here we have, of course, some ocean waves, but here we have the swan's print. Anyways, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I feel like it really adds to my room, and I love the color palette of the blues, whites, and creams. I ended up putting that Japandi cherry blossom print on the other side of my room on a shelf because that wall was completely empty, so it's nice to add a bit of life to it. If you want to get some inspiration for my gallery wall, I'll put all the name of the prints that I picked out on screen for your reference, but there are truly so many more options available on the Desenio site for you to choose from if you want to get some more inspiration. On top of that, it's also their Black Friday and Cyber Week sale, so they have lots of discounts going on. The final day to place your order and get it in time before Christmas is December 17th, so make sure that you head over to the link in my description to shop their selection. And if you do, you can use my discount code. It's just Clarice, and it'll give you 50% off on prints, 25% off on canvases, and 20% off on frames until December 7th. A big thank you once again to the Desenio team for partnering with me. I really love my new wall art, and I feel like it just really ties the room together. With that said, let's get back to today's vlog. Those are a few room updates. I definitely have more plans to kind of redecorate and revamp the space a little bit. Again, for now and for the rest of this afternoon, I really just want to get comfy and cozy and have a good, productive study and work catch-up session. I've got my study snack, my sweet treat, and I've got my candle. It's now 11 p.m. and I just made myself a cup of tea. I did my skincare. As you can hear, I've got my diffuser going on in the background. It's like right next to you. So I hope it's not too loud. I hope it's giving you some nice cozy background noises. I think the last thing I filmed before that was me making dinner. And then honestly, like for most of the evening, I was just catching up on my assignments. I'm happy because I finished my contribution to my term project for my marketing course. It's a group assignment, so we split up the work earlier this weekend, and I finally got to write my part of the project. And I also worked on my script a little bit for my screenwriting class. I'm learning to accept that done is better than perfect, and I've been trying to almost give myself like time limits when working on assignments so that I don't end up working on and on for hours, just because I feel like if I don't give myself a time limit, then it's easier for me to get distracted or just to like write in circles instead of really getting to the point. So tomorrow is another busy day. I have a few things I want to get done before leaving for my afternoon class, and then before my class at 1 p.m. I'm also meeting up with my friend Krista for coffee. So that's going to be really nice because I haven't seen her in literally like a month because we've just been both so busy and couldn't find a time that worked for the both of us until this week. And then tomorrow night I'm seeing Paul McCartney with my boyfriend in concert, so I'm very excited for that. I feel like I rarely go to concerts, so when he said he wanted to go, I was like, you know what, why not? That's all tomorrow. For now I'm gonna enjoy my cup of tea and go to bed. Oh, I also recently just got this magnesium spray, and it's supposed to help you sleep. It's just magnesium oil that you can spray on your joints, muscles, wherever, and it's supposed to like help you relax and help you sleep better. I don't know if it actually does much, but it's fun and it smells like lavender, which is really relaxing. I've also been loving just wrapping myself up in a blanket. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Everyone, it's Tuesday morning and I am currently in line and in the waiting room to try and get Olivia Dean concert tickets, and those tickets go live in 2 minutes, so I'm taking a break from my morning to hopefully try and get some, although I don't have much luck with concert tickets usually, but we'll try. I'm gonna call my sister because she's also trying to get some. 1 minute. Are you ready? Aïe. Oh dear.
C'est combien?
5,343.
Okay, I think I will get it before you. Je suis 673.
How are you? Okay, well, that's okay. But the Bell Center can fit 21,000 people, so. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna go back to making my lunch because I think you're gonna get tickets before me. In the time that it took for my sister and I to get tickets, my hair is now almost dry, so I'm gonna put a little bit of water, that way it's easier to blow dry and style it. Usually if I don't blow dry it, my hair is naturally kind of wavy, which is nice. However, it does get poofy and very greasy very fast if I don't dry it after I wash it. AG Hair recently sent me a bunch of their hair care products, so I'm really upping my hair care game. I was using their shampoo and conditioner in the shower today and it smells so good, so I'm gonna use this Set It Straight lotion because it has heat protection in it. Actually, I'm gonna apply this on all my head. But I'm very happy. My sister managed to get us tickets. I don't know why. She was like on her phone, literally connected like randomly right before the sale started, whereas I was on my computer, you know, had been connected for like 10 minutes before the sale started, and she was 600th in line, whereas I was 5,000th. 5,000th? I was the 5,000th person in line. That just goes to show like how little luck I have when it comes to getting concert tickets. I'm gonna blow dry my hair really quickly, finish getting ready, and then I have to head out because I'm meeting with my friend Krista for coffee before my class this afternoon. So I'm very excited for that. Hopefully I can catch up on a little bit of work on my commute there. My commute to get to school takes me like a whole hour, so it's definitely frustrating when at the end of a long day I just want to get home, but at the same time I've been trying to shift my mindset and just see it as an opportunity for me to take that time either to read, to like maybe watch YouTube, or even to like be productive, do some readings for school, or do any like editing work that I can easily do on the go. So that's the plan, but for now I'm gonna blow dry my hair. This is my favorite part when I get to the top layer of my hair because it's where it makes the biggest difference. Hair is all done. Usually I also sometimes like will put rollers on the front pieces here to really keep the volume for longer, but I have to head out soon, so obviously I'm not going to be heading out of the house with rollers in my hair. I'm very quickly gonna finish getting ready and head out. I also Really like the outfit I'm wearing today. I was trying to think of something that would be both cute and like somewhat casual for school, but then also for the Paul McCartney concert tonight. And this is what I came up with. You can't even see the pants, but this sweater is from American Vintage. Pants are Aritzia. And I have these pressed flower earrings that I got at the farmer's market in Banff. And then other than that, my everyday rings are from Linear, but I am very happy that it's sweater season again because literally 90% of my closet are sweaters. So I'm happy that I can start layering up and wearing them more again. I feel like that's just more my style and my vibe. Good morning everyone and happy Wednesday. We've officially made it halfway through the week and I've got my matcha to help me wake up this morning because I got back from the concert at like 12:30 last night and just decided to sleep in this morning because I needed to catch up on some sleep and I just needed the rest. Speaking of the concert, as you saw, we had incredibly good seats, if not, I want to say the best seats in the entire arena, and I'm gonna get ready while I tell you the story of how that happened. So initially the seats that we got were kind of in the back, like higher up. They were not in any way like close to the stage, but as we were like making our way trying to find our seats and just wandering around, this lady was standing like just on her own and came up to us and was like, hey, do you guys have a minute? I just want to talk to you guys. And I was kind of like, oh no, not this again. Like, I don't want to do a survey. I don't have time. Like, we were just kind of trying to get to our seats and whatnot. But obviously we stopped and she starts talking to us and she asks us, is this the first time you see Paul McCartney? She asks us if we're from Montreal or if we came from somewhere else to see the show. Like, asks us what songs we're most excited to see. And at the end of the conversation, she asks us like, oh, how would you like to be upgraded to the front rows? And we're like, what? Like, I was kind of in disbelief when she said that. And then she hands us this pair of tickets for the second row. And she basically said the only condition is that we have to like be dancing and like be standing up the whole time. And I obviously had no problem with that whatsoever. So anyways, when she saw how excited we were, she was like, oh, let me see if I have any tickets left in the front row. And then she said, oh, sorry, I don't. Let me just give you guys second row. And we were like, of course, that's completely fine. That's literally amazing. And so we walk back to where we came from to like try to find now our new seats. So we like walk back the way we came from, and the lady, her name is Nicole, by the way, I was like, what's your name? I have to thank you. She finds us again and she's like, okay, great, I actually found like front row tickets for you guys, so here you go. And then she like switches out the tickets and you can see, I'll insert a picture, you can see on the ticket it says like price $0 and the seat number in my opinion, was literally the best seat in the entire arena. I was like dead center, right in the front row, nothing in front of me. So anyways, I like honestly can't believe that happened to me. It's funny because yesterday morning I was trying to get Olivia Dean tickets and I was talking about how I don't have the best of luck with concerts and how I have a hard time like getting in the queue and getting good tickets. And now here I am getting upgraded to front row to see Paul McCartney, one of the Beatles, performing live. I was like literally over the moon. Obviously you already saw the videos, but I was like filming here and there, but also just really trying to be in the moment and enjoy. I would say the one thing that I was kind of like not upset about but disappointed maybe was that when he came up to play Blackbird, which is like one of my favorite songs, he came like towards to the front of the stage and he was like really close to us, and then he starts performing the song and the stage starts lifting up and it just keeps going up and up to the point where you like can't even see him and we're just staring at a screen. So for the entirety of Blackbird I just couldn't see what was happening. So that's maybe perhaps my only disappointment, but at this point I truly can't complain because that was just incredibly lucky of us to, you know, meet that person that gave us the tickets at the exact right time, and for her to come back to and upgrade us from second row to front row too was like wild. Anyways, all this to say, I had a very fun night and now I kind of have to get back to reality and to my to-do list. I don't have any classes on Wednesdays, so today is pretty much just my day like dedicated to catching up. I have to finish and hopefully submit my script for my screenwriting class tomorrow, and then I mostly just want to catch up on editing today. I think I might go to the library later just to, you know, change my environment a little bit and help me focus. But I've got my matcha, so hopefully that'll help me wake up. And I also wanted to get ready because it just makes me feel a little bit more put together and more productive. And now I'm gonna get to work. Voiceover Clarice jumping in here because the rest of the day ended up kind of getting away from me. I didn't end up vlogging as much as I wanted to because I was just so caught up in editing, and then later I went to the library to continue working on my assignments. And amidst all that, I completely forgot to film an outro and wrap up this vlog, but I hope you enjoyed. I should hopefully be back to consistent, regular uploads from now on, so hope you're as excited for that as I am. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are. I will talk to you guys hopefully soon in my next video.